and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Sadia Yakubu. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365 and Star Times, channels 276. And now the news in details. The United States government has expressed deep sadness over the kidnapping of pupils from St. Mary's School in Agwara local government area, describing the incident as disturbing and avoidable. In response to the intelligence, authorities had issued directives suspending all construction activities and ordering the temporary closure of boarding schools within the vulnerable zone. Security agencies have launched a full-scale investigation and a search and rescue operation to secure and safe return of the abducted pupils. The government urged school proprietors and community leaders to comply with security advisors and appealed to the public to remain calm while supporting security efforts with useful information. President Bola Tinubu has directed the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, to relocate to Kebbi State in the heat of the abduction of 25 schoolgirls in the state earlier in the week. Statement by presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga. Matawalle, who was governor of Zamfara State, was asked to remain in the state to monitor security efforts to secure the release of the abducted students. This was as a suspected bandit that kidnapped about 38 worshippers at the Christ Apostolic Church, Oke Isegu, in Eruku town in Ekiti local government area of Kwara State, have placed 100 million ransom each on the 38 abductees. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has dismissed claims by the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment that the federal government has addressed 19 of the 20 issues raised by the association in its ongoing strike. The association, in a statement, described the ministry's remark as inaccurate, misleading, and a deliberate attempt to distort the status of negotiation with the striking doctors. Federal government says it has released 68 billion naira for the vaccine financing and deployed 50 billion naira to settle outstanding arrears for health workers. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Pati, announced these at the 66th meeting of the National Council of Health in Calabar across River State with the theme, My Health, My Right, accelerating universal health coverage through equity, resilience and innovation. Party said the 68 billion naira had already been credited to the account of the National Primary Healthcare Agency, with the Central Bank of Nigeria set to process the funds for UNICEF. The Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Southeast and Northeast of the Senate National Security Summit 2025 has assured the people of Southeast of its resolve to restore normalcy and adequate security in the Southeast Zone. Senator Austin, chairman of the committee, gave the assurance during the Security Summit in Enugu. He said that the National Assembly would continue to play its role in ensuring that interagency collaboration among the security agencies was sustained. The House of Representatives says it has done its part to resolve the prolonged pension crisis affecting retired police officers who have been protesting at the National Assembly complex. Chairman of the House Committees on Police Affairs and Pensions have therefore urged the retirees to remain calm as the legislative process nears its final stage. National Assembly correspondent Aniti Patrick reports.
Chairman of the House Committees on Police Affairs and Pensions, Abubakar Yeleman and Hussaini Jallo, addressed journalists in Abuja, confirming that the Police Pension Amendments Bill has successfully passed all stages in the House of Representatives. The bill, which seeks to remove the Nigerian police force from the contributory pension scheme and establish an independent police pension board, was transmitted to the Senate for concurrence on October 28. Yeleman and Jallo stated that the protesting retirees are fully aware of the steps already taken by lawmakers and appeal for patience as the bill awaits action from the Senate before it can be forwarded to the President for assent.
But God willing, I'm assuring you by next week, this bill is going to go to the presidency for assenting. And we draw your attention, the media, help us engage those veteran police officers who are outside for almost decades of weeks here. So please talk to them, explain to them. We have passed their demand, and Senate 2 are ready to send it to President for assenting.
So I believe my call for them to assign more restraint and patience and go back to their houses, because inshallah very soon what needs to be done will be done, so that the Senate will pass it and then it will be transmitted to Mr. President.
For now, the lawmakers insist they remain committed to securing a lasting solution, but the final move rests with the Senate. From the National Assembly, Anieti Patrick reporting for Global TV News.
The Minister of State for Works, Muhammad Bello Kurunyu, has praised the Sokoto State government for its citizen-driven approach to the 2026 budget, describing the town hall meeting as commendable model for participatory governance and aligned with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's people-focused agenda. Kurunyu commended Governor Ahmed Aliyu for the visible infrastructural improvements across Sokoto, noting that the administration's development strides reflect strong synergy with the federal government. He also highlighted President Tinubu's major road projects nationwide, including the Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway, the Coastal Highway, and the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Zaria reconstruction, all aimed at boosting connectivity and national growth. The minister further noted ongoing NNPC-funded works on the Sokoto-Gusau-Funtua-Zaria-Kaduna corridor and reaffirmed the federal government's continued support for Sokoto. He said the strong working relationship between Governor Aliyu and President Tinubu is delivering real benefits to the states. The Joint Health Sector Unions say they are ready to suspend their nationwide strike the moment the federal government meets their long-standing demands, raising hopes for a possible end to the crippled industry action. The National Secretary of the Association, Comrade Martins, disclosed these in an exclusive interview with Global Television. Zahrau Nasir reports.
Health worker strikes can lead to disruptions in service delivery, with patients facing delayed treatment, cancelled appointments, and reduced access to care, which result in negative health outcomes, including increased morbidity and mortality.
The joint health sector unions, which comprise major bodies such as the Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, the Nigerian Union of Allied Health Professionals, the Senior Staff Association of Universities, Teaching Hospitals and Research Institutes, and the Non-Academic Staff Union, explained that the strike did not emerge overnight. According to the Jesus National Secretary, Comrade Martin Ekbanobi, the federal government's persistent delay in implementing the adjusted consolidated health salary structure remains the central trigger. He says several welfare and systemic issues have also lingered for years without meaningful resolution.
We are demanding for the implementation of the adjusted consolidated health salary structure, CONHES. One, the approval given a circular issued and the table released for its implementation. Then we discuss the payment plan, because the payment plan also had to be actualized.
So is it
before
only one demand that make you to implement?
Yeah, yes, it's one demand. Of course, we signed an MOU with federal government in October 29, 2024.
He stressed that health workers will remain on strike until the consolidated health salary structure adjustment is implemented and the unresolved issues are addressed, but added that the unions are fully prepared to call up the action once concrete steps are taken.
We had it with the Conciliator General of the Federation, who is the Minister of Labour and Employment, who has the power based on the Trade Dispute Act to conciliate on this matter.
How about the meeting?
It was deadlock. We couldn't reach any agreements.
As the strike stretches on, patients across the country continue to bear the brunt. All eyes are now on the government to take decisive action and restore normalcy to the nation's health facilities. Zahrau Nasir, reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching the live broadcast of Midday News. When Midday News returns, Sudan's army chief says it's ready to cooperate with the United States and Riyadh to achieve peace. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back from that short break. In business, the Naira bounced back, recording an appreciation against United States dollars at the official foreign exchange market after hitting its lowest point this week. The reports from the Central Bank of Nigeria show that Naira strengthened to 1,452.13 Naira, up from 1,454.19 traded through this week. This represents a gain of 2.06 Naira against the dollar on a day-to-day basis. The National Pension Commission says only 17 Nigerian states are currently implementing the contributory pension scheme as its assets rose to over 26 trillion Naira in September 2025. Omolola Olorunran disclosed this during an event in Benin, Edo State, who was represented by the Commission's Inspectorate Commissioner Samuel Chikose, stressing that CPS plays a vital role in national economic development. Olorunran noted that the scheme illustrates a decisive break from past dependency on state-provided old-age financial security to a new culture of retirement savings and forward planning. Nigeria has taken a bold step to turn agriculture into a global climate asset as the National Agricultural Land Development Authority pushes a new plan to earn high-value carbon credits from its farm estates. The initiative, unveiled at a COP30 side event in Belém, aims to boost farmers' income, expand climate-smart agriculture, and move thousands of rural Nigerians into the middle-income bracket. Aniti Patrick reports.
At the COP30 side event hosted by NALDA, the agency's executive secretary, Engineer Colinus Adebayo, said Nigeria is positioning its farmers at the center of global climate finance. He explained that each farmer under the Renewed Hope Mega Farm Estates receives 5 hectares of farmland not just to grow food, but to earn from carbon credits generated through structured tree planting and large-scale reforestation.
Our plantations across different ecological zones now represent one of the most promising nature-based climate assets in the country. They hold the potential to generate high-integrity carbon removals, attract climate finance, and empower thousands of young people and rural farmers. Our presence here today is to spotlight these transformational efforts and outline the ambitious NALDA Plantation Carbon Roadmap.
NALDA also showcased its Plantation Carbon Roadmap, which places more than 20,000 hectares of restored plantations under internationally recognized monitoring, reporting, and verification protocols to guarantee transparency and credibility in the global voluntary carbon market. The side event drew climate negotiators, development partners, financial institutions, private sector leaders, and technical experts, all engaging with NALDA's vision of merging agriculture with climate finance. Anieti Patrick, reporting for Global TV News.
Another foreign scene. Sudan's Sovereign Council, led by Army Chief Abdel Fattah Abdurrahman al-Burhan, has announced its readiness to cooperate with the United States and Saudi Arabia to end a 2-year-long conflict devastating the country. This statement comes after United States President Donald Trump signaled his willingness to work with Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Egypt to resolve the fighting between Sudan's army and the Rapid Support Forces. The Council expressed gratitude to both nations for their ongoing efforts to halt the violence and affirmed its willingness to participate seriously in peace initiative for Sudan. The Council on American-Islamic Relations has filed a federal lawsuit against Texas Governor Greg Abbott after he falsely declared CAIR's Texas chapter as foreign terrorist organization. CAIR General Counsel Lena Mercy stated in a statement announcing the joint lawsuit with the Muslim Legal Fund of America that the group had won 3 cases against Abbott for his efforts to violate the First Amendment by punishing critics of the Israel government. The lawsuit, which also targets Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, seeks to block Abbott's designation of the group as a terrorist organization, arguing it is both unconstitutional and defamatory. Leaders from the world's largest economies are set to gather in Johannesburg to discuss the most important global economy and political issues. Edika Michael has the reports.
Although it's the 20th meeting of its kind, it's the first summit to ever take place on the African continent. As host, South Africa's choice of the theme Solidarity, Equality, Sustainability speaks to its own history as well as the developmental challenges facing Africa and the global south. South African law enforcement agency says that security measures have been put in place to safeguard delegates from November 21 to 24, which will bring together leaders from the world's major economic powers.
One of the key recommendations of the report is the creation of a permanent international panel on inequality modeled on the IPCC for climate change. This will ensure that inequality continues to be discussed by leaders as an ongoing topic in the G20 and beyond, and including in other multilateral platforms.
Several groups, including climate activists, pro-Kashmir campaigners, and women's rights groups, are expected to hold protests. Kashmiri activists are opposed to the invitation of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whom they accuse of committing crimes against humanity in the occupied Jammu and Kashmir region. Several heads of state have confirmed their participation in the summit, except United States President Donald Trump, who said no American official will attend the summit as he accused South Africa of human rights abuses against the white Afrikaner population. South African government has, however, denied several times allegations of systematic persecution, murder, or confiscation of land targeting white Afrikaner farmers, saying the claims are not substantiated by fact. It has taken nearly 2 decades for the G20 to arrive on African shores and to seek solutions to the challenges Africa faces in the pursuit of progress informed by the principle of African solutions to African problems. And here is an opportunity for Africa to work collectively to deliver the message on the continent priorities and promoting the development agenda of Africa and the global south. From London, Edika Michael, reporting for Global TV News.
The Nigerian American Football Association has officially opened the national finals of the Nigerian Secondary School Flag Football League Season 4, marking another milestone in the sport's rapid expansion across the country. Briefing the media at the opening ceremony, Oluwaseyi Obatolu, Vice President of NAFA, said the league has grown into a national data-driven development platform leveraging sport to empower young Nigerians. Obatolu said participation has expanded from a handful of schools to a nationwide competition, with 11 states competing and 7 states qualifying for the 2025 Ekiti Bowl 3 finals. The Nigerian Rugby Football Federation has named a 42-man provisional squad for the forthcoming Heritage Cup meeting with Ghana, confirming its intention to field an entirely home-based Stallions XV for the contest in Accra on November 29. The fixture will take place at the University of Ghana Rugby Stadium and has been billed as a rugged match between 2 long-standing rivals. The Federation said the squad will open camp in Lagos on November 22, with players expected to report at Oje's Hotel on Jones Street in Ebute Metta. The All Federation Capital Territory Sport Association has taken a major step in its quest to drive sports development in Abuja and beyond, with the opponent of Prince Ofor Eze as its grand patron. This strategic move is expected to further boost the organization's efforts in promoting sports development, nurturing young talents, and driving excellence in sports. The event, which took place in Abuja, Nigeria, was marked by the presentation of an award of excellence to Prince Ofor Eze in recognition of his commitment to sports development. That's it on Midday News. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365 and Star Times, channels 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using at Global TV NG. I am Sadia Yakubu saying thank you for watching.